I never thought I'd be here, especially not pitching a cannabis product.
Here we go.
And finally, two buds from Kitchener, Ontario, weed their way into the den, dreaming of a dope deal.
Hey, Dragons. I'm Bjorn Dawson.
And I'm Chris Thiel.
And we're here today asking for $400,000 in exchange for 4% of our company called Grobo. Whoa. Now, whether it's for medical or recreational use, the highest quality cannabis is homegrown. But unfortunately, if you're like me, you kill just about every plant that you actually try to grow. And that's why we started Grobo.
Grobo is the first fully automated grow system on the market. Simply take your favorite seed, place it in the unit, go to our app, select from over 200 grow recipes, and the Grobo takes care of the rest for you. Growing cannabis is as easy as filling your tank with water and then turning it on.
Now, we really do want to prove that we can grow the highest quality cannabis. So we're actually going to give out some samples of product that we've grown in our personal Grobos. So this is grown without pesticides, fungicides, there's no irradiation.
Are we testing the product?
Yeah.
If you'd like.
It's legal now, so we can.
Grobo's do-it-yourself grow box sells online and ships fully assembled. On average, each cannabis strain takes about 3 months to mature.
Very fresh. How old are you guys?
I'm 26,
I'm 27.
And what
Okay.
were your backgrounds before this?
electrical engineering.
But yeah, mechanical engineering, but I'm from a family of entrepreneurs. So I've always known entrepreneurship was the path. I've been watching this, Jim and Arlene since I was 14. You guys are staples in the entrepreneurial world. And,
Sure are.
Yeah. So that's how we got into this.
Good for you. Good for both of you.
So we've been around for 5 years. The first 2 years we were in a food growing space, actually. Neither Chris or I are cannabis consumers. But when you have so many people ask you, can I grow cannabis in this smaller system we were building? They were willing to pay a premium to grow the product. And of course, legalization was coming. It made sense to move all of our strengths into this new direction and become the market leaders.
You've started selling these?
We have. We started shipping last April, and then we've done sort of a slow ramp up. We want to make sure the technology works because it's an incredibly complex product, as simple as it looks. So we've shipped in that time $1.1 million in product, and we have another 300,000 that are on back order that we can't fill fast enough.
So $1.1 million is how many units exactly?
So that's about 400 units. But the big part of our business that's exciting and different is the consumables. So we actually sell all of these nutrient bottles here.
I was looking at those.
Yeah, carbon filters, that's the recurring revenue piece.
That's really smart.
But last month we did about $7,000 in nutrient sales, and that's an 83% margin.
That's great.
Where are you selling these right now?
Only direct.
Yeah.
So,
Only direct, and what do you charge for them?
so in Canada, the premium is $21.99, and the Grobo Solid is $19.99.
And what's the cost per unit?
So it's just over $1,000 Canadian with Canadian suppliers.
I think you've engineered something quite unique.
Yep.
But there are products out there.
Yep.
How do you compare against them?
Absolutely. So the status quo would be a grow tent. That's
Right.
what people have been doing forever. You
Right.
have to learn a lot. It's a disaster. You piece it together. Then you get the products you're talking about that are more appliance-like. It's an all-in-one
Right.
grow kit. But it's not like a ping to tell you actually fill up the water reservoir, do this, do that. It's less automation. Like ours gets to the level of the lighting, for example. Chris designed that. There's 8 different colors of light.
Yeah.
So rather than having a flowering mode and a vegetative mode, we actually break the recipe down way further than that, and the light spectrums change. More blue light gets wider leaves, more red light produces flower faster. So that's how we can get this
So it's
smaller.
a
there's
higher
some
quality, higher quality, more data-driven experience.
Correct.
There's some chemistry behind it.
Is there a way that you can monetize the app?
Glad you asked. I think so. So we have over 75 million data points, hundreds of grows. We can literally figure out if somebody has air conditioning in their house or not based on how temperatures fluctuate.
Usage rates, consumption
All of
rate.
that. Like there's a big algorithm piece.
So guys, what do you need $400,000 for?
So we're at a point where if we were a traditional company, we'd be going to a bunch of different government groups, banks, et cetera. They are all still concerned with getting into the cannabis space.
Right.
You've clearly built a great piece of engineering, and, hardware is really tough. You don't know how tough it is until you've been in it, and one chip isn't there, and it ruins your whole thing for 6 months. So this one's not going to sprout for me. I'm out.
I think you put a heck of a package together, but this is not my space. I'm out.
You are definitely in a different kind of area of the space, but there is a ton of competitors coming up at you. I'm going to be out.
You know, I was happy to hear that you're not consumers, but the fact of the matter is that I don't understand it. I mean, just the smell of it, just, you know.
Get with the party, Vince. It's 2019.
Well, you know what? You're right. I mean, some people have said that to me, but it's a party I don't want to go to.
That's fine.
So
Not a problem.
It's your
I'll be
choice.
out.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
So guys, we like it. And by we, I mean myself and Lane. I think that it's really smart. It's really well engineered. You are definitely onto something. And we're gonna have an offer for you.
The challenge is for both of us to go in. Obviously, Manjeet has a ton of expertise in retail, is obviously getting more and more into this industry as well, and
We have
understands.
CBD-infused beverages, actually,
Yeah,
that we've just launched across the United States and coming into Canada, too.
Obviously, my background's in tech and data, and that's one of the reasons why I asked the question.
Yeah.
You know, monetization of the data, subscription for some of the consumables, I think there's a lot of opportunity here once you get the penetration of the tool. So the 4% is the tricky part. But I think one of the things we talk about all the time, too, is we're not a bank, we're not just bringing money. And so we're gonna ask for an extra point. And so we're gonna offer you the 400,000, but we want 5 points for it, and so that we can maintain interest at 2.5 points each.
Perfect. Yeah, we appreciate the offer.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, we have a deal. That
Great.
was easy. We're looking forward to working with you both.
Us, too.
Congratulations.
Look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
I love the
Thank
engineering.
you.
Really, really well
Smart
done.
guys.
Really
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Great.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you all.
Good
Thank
job,
you.
guys.
Guys, congrats.
Oh, and I'm gonna need to test one at some point as well in my house.
Very innovative.
Nice. All right. We're gonna make this company Grobo.
Coming up this